Hi friends, it's Allie here from the Turtle Trunk, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this wreath gift topper and tree ornament. This wreath measures about 3 inches across and uses very little yarn. It's beginner friendly and works up really fast, and it's a great way to use up your yarn scraps. So let's grab our supplies and let's get started. For today's tutorial you'll need medium weight yarn in the colors green and red, a 4mm or G hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. We're going to start with our green yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot. And we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to slip stitch into the very first chain that we created. And that's going to form a loop. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 18 single crochets around this hoop. So going inside the center, we're going to crochet or single crochet 1, single crochet again. We're just going to repeat that for a total of 18 single crochets, working inside the circle that we created. So I have 18 single crochets all the way around. So I'm going to join to the very first single crochet that we made. So join to the top of that stitch with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 2. And for round 2, I'm going to double crochet into that same stitch. I'm going to chain 2. And single crochet into that same stitch again, and I'm going to chain 2. So I'm going to repeat that into every stitch around. So we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, single crochet into the same stitch, and chain 2. And again, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, single crochet into the same stitch, chain 2. And we're going to just repeat that all the way around. Double crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the same stitch, and chain 2. I'm just on the last stitch. So in the last stitch, I'm going to double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. And now we're going to attach back to the beginning. So in the first double crochet that we made, I'm going to slip stitch to the top of that double crochet. So here we have our little wreath. And since I want a loop at the top so I can attach it to my gifts or make a loop so I can put it on my tree, I'm just going to pull this loop up, and I'm going to just pull it up as long as I want, so you can make it as long or as short as you want. I'm just going to make sure that it's maybe about 2 to 3 inches. And then I'm going to take my hook out and cut off my yarn. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail so I can secure that. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this end to the bottom just to make sure that this is secure. So just tie that into a knot. And then with your needle, just weave in any of the ends that we have left behind. and then I'm just going to attach my little red bow. So you need very little red yarn for this. I have quite a long piece right here, but you really only need a few inches. But I'm going to grab my needle. And so if this is our top, we want our bow to be down center. So attaching it between rounds 1 and 2, just trying to get it centered as possible. Oh, I'm gonna go down through the top, front to back, and then back up. Like that. And just making sure I have it as centered as possible. And then just tie a little bow. So I'm just gonna tie a knot first. It's easier to have a longer piece to start with and then trim the ends. And again, start with a larger bow and then you can pull it to be smaller after. Okay, here's my little bow. I'm just gonna pull the ends until I get the loops the size that I want. I think that's pretty good. So I'm just gonna trim my little end pieces here. And there we go. There's our wreath. Thank you so much for following along, and I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you a part of the Turtle Trunk family. You can find more free patterns on my blog, whoshomemade.com, and be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and tag me in your photos so I can see your finished turtle trunk creations. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.